Hello, I'm Daniel Gullo. I am the Joseph S. McAuliffe Curator of the Malta Study Center and the Coordinator of Digital Humanities Projects at the Hill Museum and Manuscript Library. The Malta Study Center was founded in 1973 as a direct result between the relationship of the Honorary Consul General of St. Paul, Minneapolis, Joseph McAuliffe, who had a relationship with St. John's University, and because of that relationship, worked with Julian Plant, the executive director at the time, to establish the Malta Study Center to engage in projects in Malta, specifically in Malta, but also with regard to the written history of the Order of the Knights of Malta. Well, I have two formal responsibilities with my job. My primary responsibility as the curator of the Malta Study Center, first and foremost, is to manage and organize the digital preservation projects that are under the center's mandate. So right now we have one camera operating in Malta, with the hopes of opening up other studios both in France and Italy. The primary responsibility at that point with the center is to create and facilitate partnerships in the places where we're doing our work. And then once those partnerships are formed and we sign some agreements, we have to help organize the collections, prepare the collections for digitization, and after digitization, bring those images back to the United States and prepare the data for putting them into VHMO Reading Room. I think there are two things that are really important for the future of the Malta Study Center. I mean, first of all, I think from the standpoint of the double mission, I should say that the center does have a double mission. First, it's to Malta and the manuscript heritage of Malta, but it's also to the Order of Malta itself, which is an international religious order. I think from the standpoint of the center, we need to move outside of Malta and start thinking about the history of the order as it exists in other parts of Europe. Being an international order, its archives are scattered all across Europe and the Mediterranean, and finding projects that we can support in those areas will be important to helping sustain that part of the history of the center. Secondly, I think it's going forward and looking at these, what I would call somewhat marginal archives in Malta, in particular looking at private archives, but also some neglected archives, like the archives of the confraternities, and returning to the parish archives. We did preliminary work in those in the 1980s, but it was never really complete. And I think for the future of the center, it's extremely important to go back and finish those projects which we started, but were never able to finish.